Hi, this is Chris with Fischer Workshops. In today's video, I'd like to introduce you to one of my favorite exotic skins, the alligator or crocodile skin. And I want to especially say thank you to my friends at Indian DIY for lending me these beautiful pieces of alligator leather today that I'll be using to share with you. So what I'd like to do in today's video is show you how to distinguish between the different types of alligator or crocodile skin. They have different properties and different applications, and as well as different value and quality. Now the first type of alligator skin I'd like to introduce you is the Caiman alligator. In this particular breed, you can distinguish, first of all, by the head bumps that are located at the top. And you'll see it comes in a sequence of 4, 4, and then 2. So when you see these consecutive 4 bumps, then 2, you can identify that this particular breed is a Caiman. Another identifier is just in the boniness of the scales. What I like about the Caiman is its price. It's a lot cheaper, and it's still a really beautiful piece of skin. And it can be used a lot for inlays. I love to use this particular kind of leather to make inlays with on my hip bags or to make watches with, or it can be used in many different applications like that. But where I don't like this kind of leather is it's not very pliable. And I'm not going to do that with this piece, but it's very bony in between these scales. So when you bend at the seams, it's very easy for that leather in between each of these scales to split, crack, or just tear open. This is a problem if you need the leather to be more pliable. If you're going to be making something that has a bend, or it's going to need to move around, like a pair of shoes or a watch band or even a wallet, depending on where that bend is at. And I tried to make a wallet out of Caiman once and it just did not work. So I love to use this kind of leather more for an inlay or a decorative piece. But if I'm going to make something like a watch band, or I'm going to make something with boots and I really want to decorate up, I would use, this is a really small piece, but this is a piece of crocodile, and the properties are really, really different. This little piece costs much more than this larger piece of Caiman. And it has a lot to do with the fact that this has a lot more application that you can use with it. So when you're shopping for alligator, it's really important to take into consideration, what are you going to make with this? So first of all, when we look at the sides, it does have the beautiful pattern in the skin. It's scaly, but it's very pliable. You can bend it, it moves around a lot, there's no breaking whatsoever. And then in the middle, these particular scales are very small. So a small piece like this would be excellent for making something like a bracelet or a watch band with. Okay, now what's different between the Caiman and this piece of crocodile is this fleshy area up here, and then we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 head bumps. So there's 4 and then 2. And that's one of the unique ways to distinguish crocodile from the Caiman. Is if you're not very knowledgeable of what you're buying, you might accidentally be paying crocodile prices for a piece of Caiman. So make sure you know how to identify what breed it is by the bumps on the top of the head. And if you can do that, then you can quickly identify the value and the price of the piece of leather. Now let's look at a larger piece of alligator. This is not a Caiman. This is a high quality piece of alligator. And this is used for making bags, belts, wallets, all kinds of things with. And here, what's different about this one, way to identify, is we have 2 head bumps, 2 and 2. So it's 2 times 3 basically. So you have 6 head bumps. You can quickly distinguish that this is an alligator. And the skin again, also on these sides, much more pliable than the Caiman. And not as bony in between here. You can still bend these scaly areas. But with the Caiman, hard as a rock. And it has these divots in between each scale. On the alligator, very smooth, very clean, and beautiful. So for a piece like this, you can expect to spend a very large amount of money for it. But this is why alligator skin is a very popular leather to be used for making luxury items with. So there you have it. We've got several different breeds with different properties in their own unique applications. Again, the alligator, 2, 2, and 2 head bumps. The crocodile, 4 and 2. And the Caiman, 4, 4, and 2. And so learn how to identify exotic leather carefully when you're making a purchase. So one, you make sure you're getting the right price for what you're buying, and two, you're buying the right type of leather for the application that you're going to be using it for. Here we have a luxury handbag made out of a crocodile skin. To identify its crocodile, we simply just need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2 head bumps. This luxury handbag is beautifully crafted. We can see that the pattern flows perfectly down the center of the bag, all the way around to the top through the bottom. The gussets also beautifully utilize the tail end of the alligator. Each side has a beautiful look and it matches the other. Also, the handle on the handbag, also completely used by the crocodile leather. Even the button tops and covers are covered with the crocodile leather, and the zipper tabs as well. Here's a hip bag that I make at Fischer Workshops. We can quickly identify which breed of alligator this is by simply looking at the head bumps as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. This is Caiman. And this works beautifully and perfectly for something like this to use as a beautiful inlay. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fischer Workshops. And thank you for watching.